Welcome to a new part of the ISM Statistics 1 exercise set, this time with an exercise on measures of dispersion. Let's take a look at the exercise. A sample of YouTube music videos and its viewer numbers and 10,000s have been summarized below. What should we do with this? A. Calculate the range. B. Calculate the interquartile range. C. Calculate the corrected variance. And D. Calculate the corrected standard deviation. So what are we going to do with this? We consider the data set, and before we do anything else, we start arranging the data set in an ascending fashion. So we start with the smallest number, 0.3, then the next smallest number, the 1.8, the 8.5, 9.6, and so forth. So we always take the respective number, erase it from the data set. Now we have an ordered data set, which will help us quite a lot in the next few exercises. Because when we start with the range, we can directly see the range is defined as maximum minus minimum, so largest minus smallest value in the data set. If we have this ordered data set, we can directly see the maximum is 213.4, minimum is 0.3. So we calculate, as given here, maximum minus minimum, largest minus smallest value in the ordered data set. We calculate this and get as a result a range of 213.1. So relatively easy having this ordered data set. The same thing applies also for the second part of this exercise, for the interquartile range. The interquartile range is defined as the third quartile minus the first quartile. Third quartile, the 0.75 quartile, first quartile, the 0.25 quartile. How to calculate these quartiles? Well, we first multiply the number of observations, here it's 10, with the respective percentages, and then we round up. So we take the largest the smallest integer larger than this number. So if we go here, multiply this with 10, as we have 10 observations, we get 7.5, 2.5. The next largest integer in both cases, it's 8 and 3. So we select for the second quartile the 8th value in the data set, and for the first quartile the 3rd value in the data set. So the 8th or the 3rd quartile, that's 74.3, and the first quartile, the 3rd value in the data set, that's the 8.5. The difference between the two, that's 65.8. So the 65.8, that's our interquartile range. And this solves part 2 of this exercise. So in the next part, we are asked to calculate the corrected variance. To do this, we first need to get the arithmetic mean. This, however, we can get relatively easy by just adding up the different data points and dividing them by the number of observations, giving us an arithmetic mean of 47.48. This mean we will need if we calculate the corrected variance according to this formula. So this might look relatively complex on first look. However, it's relatively easy, because what we just do, we just square all the different data points and add this up, divided by the number of observations minus 1. So we just add up the squared values, divide them by 9, and then we calculate minus 10 divided by 9, so n number of observations divided by number of observations less 1. And this is multiplied with the squared version of the arithmetic mean. Having written this down once, this can just be entered into calculator, and in the end we would get the following result of 4,598.7773, giving us the corrected variance. Okay, we have the corrected variance. How to get from the corrected variance to the corrected standard deviation? We just copy first the corrected variance from part C, and then to get the standard deviation we just take the square root, giving us here a corrected standard deviation of 67.8143. Well, and this then concludes part D of this exercise and concludes the whole exercise. I hope all of you enjoyed listening and at least learned something from this exercise. Until next time, see you and goodbye.